Come on, let's go.
The sheds, garages and barns of Britain are brimful of old and unwanted stuff.
Blimey.
It may look like garbage, but it could be worth a pretty penny. Petrolhead Henry Cole and his expert restorers Alan Milliard and Guy Willison, affectionately known as Skid, love meddling with motors.
Oh, aye, aye.
And returning all manner of things to their former glory.
It's a revelation.
While upcycling whiz Simon O'Brien
Must be mad.
and his repurposing duo Gemma Longworth and Phil Carroll transform unloved bits and bobs into fantastic one-off items.
Oh, I love it.
This is what we do.
They may have different tastes,
Yes.
but Henry and Simon are here to rescue your cast-offs
Feast your eyes, Ronnie.
and convert them into cash.
£4,000.
That's amazing.
Fabulous profits.
Today, Simon's having a smashing time.
What could possibly go wrong?
Henry has a mountain to climb.
Let's see if you can get it down there. Oh, no.
And at the valuation, Ronnie's a tad restrained.
This is the colour of cheap nail polish.
Today, the boys are heading to Wiltshire, and it's a real family affair.
So we're going to Royal Wootton Bassett,
Yep.
am I right?
Yep.
And who are we going to see?
We're going to meet Laura. Now, her and her extended family live next to each other in 4 different houses. And over the years, she's collected her own stuff, her parents' stuff, and her grandparents' stuff. It's kind of like a generation game today.
Yeah, and mine's going to be the tea maker and the cuddly toy.
I was born and raised here and recently moved back to the area, and it's lovely. It's right in the countryside, lots of happy memories. When Henry and Simon come, I am a little bit nervous because we haven't tidied up and it is quite a muddle and a jumble of things, but I know that these two are absolute pros in picking out the good stuff, so they will find some gems, I'm sure.
What have we got here? What's the setup?
So these are small farm buildings. They've been in our family for about 75 years.
Oh, wow.
The cows used to come and be milked in that shed there.
Do you still farm it or not as a family?
Yeah, we do. My family farm it just up the road. Yeah, and they use these buildings sometimes as well.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
But of course, you know, agriculture has moved on, so it's now just full of stuff.
Yes. Now, my late nan and gramp, they were great doer-uppers, especially my gramp, save things for a rainy day.
Right.
We were kind of raised knowing that it all had a value, but didn't have the skills to do anything with it.
Right.
So it's all just sitting in the shed.
Fantastic. Hey, look, well, hopefully, Laura, we'll help you out by taking a couple of items each and we'll do them up, restore them, upcycle them, and then sell them and hopefully make you some money.
This is music to my ears.
We'll make space. We don't know how much space, but we will. And you know, we'll pay homage to Nan and Gramps. How's that?
Let's do that.
I think we should.
Okay.
Thank
Right,
you, guys.
Well, look, we'll have a rummage.
Yeah, you go and get warm. We'll see you later. Shall we start here?
Can I go with Laura, get warm?
No, you can't. Come on. See you later.
See you in a bit.
All right.
So the boys are off for a rummage to find 4 more items that need saving.
Look into some farming history, shall we?
Oh, mate, well, look, straight away.
What?
Straight away, we're
we go.
into heritage.
Where are we going?
Hey?
we
Here,
going?
here, stop.
What?
Look, you were talking about history. I mean, here it is, isn't it?
You're looking at the cart.
The chassis, by the look of it, and the wheels, it's pretty solid. Okay, it needs to be rebased, if you see what I mean, have a new flatbed on it. But at the same time, we could actually just strip it off, sand it back, and get it ready for the next owner.
You can actually shift these, can't you?
I can, yeah.
I'm not sure I would do so well trying to hawk one of these around Liverpool.
Yeah, I don't think there's really a market for it.
Not really.
But where I come from, the farming and kind of vintage community, garden centres love stuff like this to put plants on, that kind of caper.
All right. Wow, that's a big statement, that, Henry. Pressure's on me now.
It is. Hey? Beat that one, son. You need to save something like that. You know, that is vintage agricultural machinery. Not at its best, but it will be. Well, that's quite nice.
It's well past it, mate.
Yeah, all right, okay.
Look, we've got lovely old wheels here, all sorts of stuff. And what are they?
That one's seen better days.
The cart was fairly obvious, but what are these?
What are they?
Oh, milk. Laura said these were milking sheds.
All right. So basically, you plug that into a cow.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you go.
Yeah.
And the milk goes into that.
So that one is, as you say,
Leaks.
knackered.
Yeah.
But this one is whole. But what I'm thinking is, if I take them both,
Yeah.
some crazy kind of steampunk lamp thing going on.
Are we talking steampunk rock and roll?
We are indeed.
Are we?
Yes.
Well then, in that case, mate, I think you should take them.
Yeah.
Your first items.
Yes, absolutely. So that's one item each. We just need an other one each. Come on, let's go. Don't know what I'm going to do with them, but we've got a lovely form about them, and it's part of the agricultural heritage of this farm, so that's my first item.
Come on then. Over here, mate. Huh? Hang on, hang on, hang on, hang on. That's lovely.
Yeah, that's quite cool.
We could do an alley back and an alley seat.
Well, I was going to say the issue with this is, if you look carefully, we have
Oh, there's a bit
the
of woodworm.
but the structure itself is good, isn't it? It's very
Oh,
cool,
mate.
industrial.
It's a beautiful thing, and it's just sitting out here, man.
Yeah.
It needs to be saved.
You having that? It's
Second
your kind.
item.
It's your kind of thing, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
I love it.
Anyway, I'm looking for something specific.
What?
I just got to find the right one.
All right.
Leave it to me. Go on.
All right.
Next up, Simon is being cryptic.
Henry!
What's that?
This, my friend, is my second item.
What? You're having a laugh.
No.
Why?
I'll tell you why, okay? Phil,
Yeah.
last thing he said to me as I left the workshop yesterday was, if you see any steel drums, get it. I said, what for? He said, not telling you, it's a secret.
He's going to do something with it.
Yeah?
What are you going to do? Sit about and drink tea while he gets on with it?
Finally, I've learned from the master, Henry Cole.
Good point, well delivered. Shall we see Laura?
Yeah. I'll explain the steel drum.
Okay.
My right-hand man, Phil, he said, if there's a steel drum there, get it. He wouldn't tell me what for, but that's one of my items. It's a mystery to all of us. We shall find out, okay?
Well,
I
you are
can't
very
wait.
welcome to it.
Good. It made a bit of space, didn't it?
Exactly.
And my second item, I think, doffs its cap to the agricultural heritage of your farm. Are they kind of milk collecting receptacle things?
I love that description. Yes, they are. So when you milk the cow, they'd have gone into the jars. So that's from a parlour.
Now, Laura, obviously, we are to take 2 items each. That's the challenge. So my first item, it's the cart. Now, tell us a bit of history about the cart.
It was used to bring in the hay from the field, so it's an old hay cart.
Right, wow.
And it is a thing of beauty. It's so big, and I can't wait to see what you do with that.
Now then, tell me about this little chair.
So that used to belong to my late Gramp.
All right.
What I remember of it was that it used to be in his greenhouse. He was a really keen gardener, so he must have, in between pottering about in the garden and the greenhouse, sat on the chair.
And you know, there you are. We were paying homage to the grand folks.
We have.
Yep.
And we're doing it.
Honestly,
eh?
Laura, thank you so much. We could have stayed here till the cows come home. I'll go now.
They haven't come home yet, have they?
So 4 farmyard finds heading to the workshops.
Look into some farming history, shall we?
Simon O'Brien and Henry Cole are upcycling discards into dough.
And what are they?
That one's seen better days.
They both picked 2 items from Laura's family farm.
It's your kind of thing, isn't it?
Now Simon is back in his workshop, wondering what to do with the milking parlour jars.
Why do I do this to myself? We have one very broken jar. We have another jar which is in situ and one spare. But it's the spare jar that interests me because the others, the end is actually part of the jar, so you can't get anything in except through a very small aperture. Whereas this one is open at the bottom, which gives you a chance to get something decent in there. Right,
It's that moment for a smashing time. What could possibly go wrong?
From a smashing time to a steel drum time. And this one's been ordered in specially.
Phil, there you go. I believe that you asked me to keep my eye out for a steel drum.
I did.
There it is. Leave it to you.
Leave it with me.
Sorry.
Leave it with me. Leave there. My lovely rusty barrel. I've got a plan for this. Before I do anything, I need to see what the inside's like. Oh, I didn't want to see that. I really needed this to be clean for what I wanted to do. It is what it is. Let's get stuck into it. I think this is tar. And we can't just stick this in the bin, I don't think so. I'll have to look into getting this disposed of properly.
Looks like it's going to be a long morning for Phil. And a long morning for Henry and Skid with the old hay cart.
So, the plan would be, I think, to leave it as it is, apart from scaffolding planks, replacing this floor.
And if we get second-hand ones, it'll be more in keeping. We don't want brand new ones on here.
Because obviously what we're going for here is to retain that look of patina and old and sort of rotted, rather like you. But at the same time, we've then got a decent surface to put plants on, all that kind of stuff for someone. Like if it's sold to a garden centre or something like that.
I think the wood, well, it's going to more or less fall off with a light tap. The bigger job is getting the nails out.
And from a big job to a little job. The high chair, which has had a woodworm treatment.
Henry, to his credit, has come back with this chair, and I think it's absolutely lovely. I mean, look at the shape of the way that's worn there. That's had many an hour of being sat in, that has. And this thing here is a sort of weird kind of card. If we paint the chassis of it black with that colour cleaned up and the dark wood stain, I think it's going to look fantastic, and I'd probably like to try and get it off him. Before it goes off for blasting, I've got to remove the lovely wooden seat base and this backing material because they would get wrecked if I didn't. The heads on these screws are so rusty, so I'm just using a hacksaw on the heads to clean the grooves out so that when I put a screwdriver in, I can push really hard and turn hard so that hopefully the screwdriver stays in the slot. There we go. That's come out.
Simon has deconstructed the milking parlour jars with the idea of making a steampunk-style lamp with the single open-ended jar. Steampunk being engineering with a Victorian era or futuristic twist.
Grab that. This
Yes?
becomes the feet.
Come on, yeah?
Yeah?
Sometimes when you're upcycling, you really do need to turn things upside down.
Goes in.
Milking jar.
You good there?
What could possibly go wrong?
Well, quite a lot actually. Next job, the electrics. Meanwhile, Phil's oil drum is still a mystery resto, but he needs Gemma's help.
Put that in there for me.
You want this lined with wallpaper?
Yeah.
But this is filthy. Is that going to work?
Of course you can. You can do anything.
And then if I line this, you'll tell me what the plan is?
Yes, I will. Yeah, yeah.
All right.
Thank you very much.
I'm intrigued.
And while Gemma lines the oil drum with some red brick effect wallpaper,
And it looks like it's working.
Phil's outside cutting real bricks, but still not letting on what his master plan is. Next, he fits a circular mirror into the drum before finally revealing his plan.
I am going to make an infinity kind of trick mirror thing where it looks like it goes on forever. But I'm going to use my half house bricks as a sort of spiral staircase going all the way around and hopefully it just goes on and on forever. I think I better protect the mirror a little bit. A little cover over it, so don't break it or scratch it.
The bricks are attached with raw plugs and screws. And finally, a light will be needed to complete the illusion. At Henry's, all of the rotten wood on the old hay cart needs to be removed and replaced.
Hit it with a hammer from underneath and just see what happens before you go down the pry bar route.
That's quite enjoying doing that.
There you go, mate. That's the easy way. Look, this being so rotten has done us a favour because it comes off so easily.
What?
And with the old boards removed, there's dozens of rusty nails to grind off too, before a job lot of scaff planks can finish the job.
Yeah, your end up there, that could go wider. OK, perfect.
And with the boards all cut, it's reassembly time.
Let's hope we haven't written off a plank. Right. I'm really happy with that. Obviously, the other end isn't fitted yet, so it's up at an angle, but that is as good as I would have hoped for this.
Meanwhile, Skid's cleaned up the back of the high chair.
I'm just going to use some furniture polish on this back plate. It's got wax in it. Look at the colour of that. I don't want to go aluminium. I don't think Henry will when he sees it. I think he'll agree with me, and I won't be cutting an aluminium plate.
Next, it's sanding and staining time, while the frame has gone for shot blasting and powder coating. With the first batch of restorations well underway, it's now time for our second rummage location. And the boys are in the Cotswolds to meet Romney.
I worked in the city and then thought I wanted something completely different, and I thought I have absolutely zero experience of running a bed and breakfast. And then with COVID, we had to reinvent ourselves, and we then changed to self-catering. Everything that I've accumulated from the bed and breakfast has ended up in the barn. We can't breathe for all of this furniture and bits and pieces.
Romney?
Yes?
This is the most beautiful place. Tell me about the house.
Well, the house was built in 1692. It's a Grade 2 listed manor house. It's a gorgeous place to live.
Amazing.
It really is.
God, how lovely. And these barns are full of stuff.
They are, very, very much so.
Well, if it's OK with you, what we'd like to do is to dive in to your collection of stuff.
Yes.
How's it accumulated?
I've sort of blinked and suddenly my barn is full.
Okay.
So all of my possessions are also, including my clothes, are also in the barn, which is a bit bizarre.
So, what we'd like to do, Romney, is
take their clothes.
We're going to go into your walk-in wardrobe, but we will take 2 items each.
Perfect.
And we will rescue them, we'll renovate them, we'll reuse them.
Is there any vehicles that are available?
Yes, definitely is.
Really?
And it's sitting right in front of the barn, which means we can't open the doors.
That one?
The Discovery. Yes,
All right.
please.
I'll have a quick look then.
Well, I guess I know where we're starting then before
Yeah,
we
come
even
on
go
then.
in. See you
Thanks,
later.
guys.
Let's
See
go
you
and
later.
discover Discovery.
Thank
See
you.
you. Do you think... no, OK, so look, these Discoveries are loved by people who like to go off-roading or towing horses.
It's got a tow hitch.
It's got a tow hitch.
Yeah, we won't be pulling horses anytime soon.
Why not?
Got a flat tyre around here.
We'll have it.
All right.
First item.
All right.
Hey, come on, mate.
Shall we carry on our voyage of
let's
discovery?
get in. I want to get in. Voyage of Discovery.
So the boys are now after 3 more items to repurpose, repair, or simply save. Now it's a proper rummage time.
Oh, that's
But it's
nice.
all okay. Oh,
Nice
hang
little
on.
table. What?
I think I found something that might need a bit of work.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it's the mirror off a bedroom dresser.
Oh, OK.
For this.
Oh, that's quite nice, though. Right? Yeah, actually, that would look great. A little poster of you in there.
Now, then you would add value.
Oh, mate, you would.
No.
Yeah, maybe not.
Oh, so that's my item. That's one each, isn't it?
All right, yeah, that's one all.
All right.
Right, come on then, let's press on.
Yeah, let's wander in.
Right. Come on.
Here we go. Oh, look, this must be Romney's wardrobe. It really is
yeah,
as
it
well.
is. Look, it's quite sweet.
Let's see if you can get it down there. You got it? He's got it as well. Pass it, pass it, pass it.
Yeah. Yeah, lovely. How's it? Oh, blimey!
Watch out for Romney's
It's
wardrobe.
Romney's wardrobe. That's rather sweet, isn't it?
It is.
I mean, it's definitely got to be painted. Do you think that was made Tuesday, or
No,
do you think that's a bit older?
That's got a bit of age in it, yeah.
Oh, great. OK, hey, look, man, that's my second item.
Okie dokie. Good. I need one more.
And now it's Simon's turn to do the climbing.
Now look, here. So there's one little storage
All right. What,
basket.
Should we get them out?
There's two.
Okay, can you rack them up?
Baskets.
Yeah, two.
They're quite nice, aren't they?
Yeah,
Hang on.
is there any more?
Yeah, the other ones.
Oh,
There you go. Take them outside, please.
Go on. See you now.
Good lad.
Time to catch up with Romney.
Romney,
Yes.
we've had a lovely time. Can I start?
Yeah, go on.
And I'm going to take the Discovery.
Perfect.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely brilliant.
All right. Let's move on to that lovely little table. What about that? Where's that from?
Well, I think that's just been accumulated.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Well, I think it's rather sweet.
Now then, let's talk about this very sad looking, what should be a dresser mirror, I guess. Where did that come from?
Well, I think that's my eldest son,
Okay.
and he probably wanted it as a breaker, as he calls it, for his antiques.
I'm going to call it a fixer. Yeah.
As an upper.
Yeah, exactly. Moving on. 4 wicker baskets with a little one thrown in. Where are they from?
Well, I thought for the bed and breakfast it would be brilliant to put bread in and pastries. So then we had to they marched out the way and they came towards the barn and we didn't use them anymore.
Well, I like the fact you've got 4 of them and the little bijou one there as well. So I'm going to take them away and I've got a kind of funky idea to kind of repurpose them, if that's all right. Looking across, what do you think of our pigs?
I think they're brilliant. I think they're really good. But are you sure you don't want more than the ones you've taken? Because I've got lots and lots of other things.
You never know. We might be back.
Hey,
Well, there's
we might
plenty
be
of
back.
stuff to come and collect.
Hey,
Thank you
so
very much indeed.
Thank you very
Great,
much.
Rosie, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So 4 more finds heading to new homes. Workshop time. Simon O'Brien and Henry Cole are turning unwanted stuff into folding stuff.
And what are they?
They both picked 2 items from Romney's place.
There you go. Take them outside, please.
Now Henry is back at the farm with Skid and the Land Rover.
I think what we do with this, right, it's top of the range. And may I just say, the bean eaters won't like this.
Why?
Right, it's a V8.
Nice.
Right, yeah, no, we
I
love
like
that.
the walnut trim.
Can I just tell you, the leather interior's rather gorge as well.
Does
now,
it run?
Well, I put a new battery on it.
Yeah.
And it does run. Sort of.
Fantastic.
Well, let's get washing, shall we?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm going to concentrate on the green algae.
Look at all this detritus, hey? I mean, it has been languishing, as Simon would say, for the last 2 years, man. Right, I'm ready now.
No, you're not.
I am ready.
Please give me 5 more minutes.
Oh, come on.
You'll thank me at the end because if I have 5 minutes more, it'll make a big difference.
Next, it's time for Skid to make a big difference to the high table. And he's not greatly impressed.
Henry picked this, don't quite know why. Look, there it is. I think you put a plant pot on that in your hallway, I'm guessing. I'm going to sand it down, prime it. I think we'll pick a crazy colour and leave it at that.
In Liverpool, the second batch of restorations are also underway, starting with the empty mirror frame.
Oh, look at this. Oh, I'm looking a bit old these days.
Hang on a minute.
There's no mirror.
No, there isn't.
It's lovely. I like it.
It's cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's got the little thing there for you.
Okay.
All your trinkets and
I'm
the like.
assuming that one's not supposed to lift up.
No. Okay.
I've made it worse.
Yeah, well...
A bit of filler on that. Fine.
Well, but really, I saw it and thought that you could just let loose your creativity on this.
Leave it with me. Yeah, perfect. Love it.
You're looking old.
And talking of old, the mirror frame is filthy.
And it actually is in quite good condition, apart from the bit I've already broke.
And the wicker baskets need a bit of TLC too.
The plan is to turn them almost into a chest of drawers. So they're all going to sit square on top of each other, but they're going to be put into a wooden frame. And we ordered some oak a while ago and it wasn't good enough quality for what we wanted it for, so it's just sitting over in the corner, and I'm going to use that to make the frame. Simple. Draw a picture.
Back at the farm, the clean-up on the Land Rover continues.
I tell you what, man, this is going to be great.
One final detail, a replacement wing mirror, and Alan's on the case.
And that should, very carefully and gently, just snap on. There we go, try that. It works.
Alan!
It works.
How cool is that? Done. Perhaps tomorrow, go for a little ride.
Sounds good to me.
What do you think?
Definitely, that'd be good fun.
I'll ask Guy if he wants to come.
You can sit in the back.
Yeah, see, right.
But you will need to fix the flat tyre first. Meanwhile, Skid has primed the table and Henry has decided on a bright pink top coat.
Oh, gosh. Look at that. I love it. I tell you one thing that's for sure. Ronnie will not like the finish.
And we'll find out about that later. Meanwhile, in Gemma's workshop, there's work to be done on the old mirror frame.
There's a few chips in this veneer, so I'm using a wood filler to try and repair it. Once it's sanded back and I've painted over it, you won't know any difference.
After priming and painting the mirror frame, it's over to restorer Phil in his workshop. He's ordered up some LED lights and cut the glass.
This is a two-part glue. It's an activator and a glue. What you do is you put the spray on, then you put a little bit of the glue on, and it goes off in seconds. It's handy when you're doing something like this and you just want to get it done. So you look at that already. There are little marks, and I'm assuming that's where you can cut them. Now I want to see if it works still. Yes! Lovely. Oh, look at that, it just worked perfectly as well.
Next, Phil's onto the wicker basket frame with some leftover wood.
It's been lying around off another job, so we're not going to waste it. Now we've got to put it together.
So they just pop in there to cover our screw holes. Yep, and then hopefully, there you go. So that's the front. We duplicate that at the back. This could actually work, couldn't it?
I think it will.
And cost so far, because we have this wood line round, $0.
Meanwhile, Simon and Phil are finishing off the curious milking jar contraption.
Shall we kill the house lights? What do you think?
It's sound, isn't it?
Apart from a couple of bolts and the flex and the bulb, we have used nothing else except what arrived, just reconfigured it into a crazy lamp.
It's cool though, isn't it?
I love it. I love it.
Next, Phil is finally going to come clean about what he's been up to with the oil drum. And he's adding a two-way mirror to the top.
I'll have to turn the lights off though.
Oh, okay.
That on first.
Right. Oh, wow, look at that. It's like it goes on forever.
Cool, isn't it?
Oh, that's brilliant. What a great use for an old barrel.
And
Yeah.
because I've used safety glass.
The table too.
Yeah, yeah.
Multifunctional, Phil. Love
Isn't
it.
Just? It's better than a barbecue or a fire.
It is.
At Henry's farm, the hay cart is nearly finished too.
Just taking that sharp edge off the end of these, where it makes them look like they've been there longer, which is the whole idea.
That's fantastic, isn't it?
I think it looks lovely.
Eh? a little bit of weathering on it and it'll just blend in lovely. But the scaff plank idea was definitely the way to go.
Spot on.
Top job, mate. I'll make you a cup of tea now.
Oh, thank you.
And after a cuppa,
What do you reckon?
That looks fantastic. Oh, mind the woodwork. Mate, that looks fantastic.
Doesn't it?
Because that was very scabby.
Shall we combobulate it then?
Yeah, this goes on here, like that.
Yeah.
You get the holes roughly in line.
Yeah.
There, so now I've got to put the bolts in.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, look at that.
That, my friend, is a beautiful job, isn't it?
That is lovely, isn't it?
so the boys will be hoping their hard work will pay off at the valuation. Simon and Henry found 4 unwanted items at Laura's place. Now they've been transformed. But what will she think? We've sent her pictures of the restorations to find out.
Ooh. So this is what happened to the cart. It's just great to see it standing there. I can see this going on to its next home and someone making something really good of it. So this is a picture of the drum, interesting. Oh, this is like looking down a well or something. What a cool feature that is. It's brilliant. And absolutely, who knew it was going to become that? I think that's fabulous.
I don't like to milk it, but I think that was a good reaction.
It was, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Hey, but will Ronnie like it?
Should we find out?
Let's find out. Hey, Ronnie.
Antiques expert and valuer Ronnie Archer-Morgan started his long career upcycling furniture, so he's well placed to know the true value of restored items.
Hi there. How are you?
Fine, thank you.
Nice to see you both.
And you?
Lovely to see you, mate.
Go on.
This is interesting. It's probably a factory stall, I would
think so.
Yeah, I like the patina on the wood. What colour was it before? Was it black?
No, it was just steel.
And
just metal.
Rusty?
Yeah.
Oh, I quite like it. It's a look. I think this is a thing of great beauty. I mean, it's deteriorated a lot, but that's its charm. I love it. I think it's beautiful.
Great, man. Great.
Let's see if we can play with your mind a bit now with the last two.
No, I like it very much. It's very Heath Robinson from a dairy farm.
That's right, yeah.
For containing the milk. You
Exactly,
pump the milk up into it.
Yeah.
And like I say, if there's an object that can be lamped, you will lamp it.
Oh, well, yeah.
Now, when I saw this, I just thought, it's just a barrel, a metal barrel, but when I look into it, I get it. That is so clever. You look at it from a distance, you think, what a waste of time. You get up to it, you think, I want that.
It's cool, isn't it?
It's great. You've excelled yourselves again.
Fantastic. Well, shall I crack on?
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, all right. Let's start with the stool, Ronnie.
The tall chair was scruffy and rusty. Now it's cleaned up and stylish. £50 spent on paint and polish.
I like the colourway, the black with the brown. Somebody would pay £100 for that.
Oh, great.
That's a profit of £50.
My piece de resistance is the cart, which I love.
I love it too. I just think it's just evocative of that era.
The farm cart was rotten and of no use. Now it's a display piece. £100 spent on new wood.
I love things that are old and falling apart, actually.
Yeah.
This is Henry.
He's right, Ronnie. No, but he's right.
I think it looked great in a garden centre or a large themed pub or restaurant. And in that condition, I have to value it at about £450.
That's a profit of £350.
Right then, let's start with the standard lamp milk collector thingy.
The milking parlour tanks were lying idle. Now they're a funky lamp. £30 spent on a bulb and flex.
I like it. I think it's fun. I think it's funny. It makes me smile. £275.
That's a very respectable profit of £245.
Finally, it fills rusty old barrel.
Amazing.
And the rusty oil barrel has become a table. £70 spent on wallpaper, a light and glass.
Very clever. It's got to be £200.
That's a solid profit of £130.
So totaling it all up, with a little bit of creativity, some gumption and some elbow grease, Laura will be receiving £775.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
£775. Oh, well, that doesn't come my way without doing very much very often. We've got quite a big family. I think we're going to share a little bit amongst each other because these were things from our grandparents. Brilliant to see what they have done, so thank you.
And I've got to tell you, mate, your barrel's the piece de resistance, isn't it?
It really is. It's very clever.
I'll tell Phil it went down very well.
Yeah, see what you've done there. Thanks, Ronnie.
Always my pleasure. Thank you.
Dukes of Junk, Simon O'Brien and Henry Cole are turning leftovers into lolly. Their choices from Laura's barn made her £775.
Well, that doesn't come my way without doing very much very often.
And so it's game on as the teams finish off the restorations from the second sheds belonging to Romney. And the Land Rover Discovery is ready for a ride out.
Oh, listen to that. It's gorgeous sounding. You'd never get bored of that, would you, that V8?
No.
But the problem with it is it's not exactly on Greta Thunberg's wish list.
No, I think she would be very upset. Yeah.
It's got everything. Some of it works, some of it doesn't.
Yes.
But because it's a V8 and it drinks fuel,
Yeah.
even though it sounds glorious to you and me, it does lower its value. But I have to tell you, mate, it's a bit of a treat, isn't it?
And talking of treats, the high table is colouring up nicely.
That was a right choice. As we all know, brown furniture really, especially stuff like this, is worthless. Oh, well done, man. That's beautiful, kid. Shall we walk away?
Definitely. Or else we might snatch defeat from the jaws of victory. Just leave it alone.
That, my friend, is a revelation.
That looks better than I thought.
Yeah, mate.
I'm
great.
happy.
Here, tea.
Oh,
There.
oh, yeah, which one? Oh, there we go.
Come on then.
Cheers, mate.
Oh, lovely.
Next, Phil's got a surprise for Gemma.
Oh, Phil, is this my mirror?
It's back.
Oh, fab. So the lights are in it?
Do you like to plug it in?
I would, yeah, let's see.
Here you go.
Okay, I'll do the honours. Oh, look at that!
Cool,
It's
isn't it?
perfect. Just what I wanted. Phil, I love it. Well done.
Excellent.
I mean, and when this came in, well, it was ready for the bin, wasn't it?
It was.
And now it's useful again.
You've done really, really well.
Oh, I love it, Phil.
And Simon's feeling happy too.
I'm really pleased with this little item because there were two things that I was aiming to achieve. One was to keep costs virtually zero, which we have. And secondly, I just wanted to really accentuate the cleverness and the art of basketry so you can see it from all angles. It looks lovely. It speaks for itself. It's great. Once you're finished with your rag, you lay it flat in a well-ventilated space because Danish oil in particular is continually going through a chemical reaction which creates heat, and if you leave it scrunched up, it can actually just burst into flames. Spontaneous combustion. And that is that. Let's just go and lay this cloth out.
So both teams will be hoping their hard work will pay off at the valuation. Henry and Simon found another 4 unwanted items at Romney's place. Now they've been upcycled or restored. But what will she think about what the boys have done? We've sent her pictures to find out.
Oh, wow. That looks amazing. That's just fantastic. The colour. Simon. I can't believe you've done that to that. Really fantastic.
Pleasantly surprised?
Well, yeah, I think so. Yeah. I think so. Well, let's hope Ronnie is.
Yeah.
Huh? Hey, Ronnie, how are you? All right?
Good morrow.
Good morning.
Morrow, good sire.
How are you both?
All right, very
Well,
good.
I think we're okay, Ronnie.
Good.
You haven't had a look round yet, have you?
No, I'm
Go
going
on, then.
to.
Off you go.
This is the colour of cheap nail polish.
It's probably one of my finest achievements, that.
Somebody out there will like this colour.
Absolutely.
It could look nice with a kitsch sculpture on it, actually.
Great stuff.
Could look nice in a skip.
Oh, A Land Rover Discovery 2.
Exactly, Ronnie.
Is that a V8 though?
Yes. Yeah.
Ah, they drink fuel.
Well, yeah, the problem is back in the day that was top of the range, but not that desirable these days.
Drinks.
Yeah, it does.
Like a fish. Well, this would have been originally brown.
Ronnie, I can tell you that was originally firewood.
Painted white, made as a makeup mirror, becomes desirable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Clever.
Yeah. Nice
As
one, mate.
always, the little drawers work. Yes, they do.
Yep.
Keep all your bits and bobs in there, all your makeup.
Or your nail varnish. Oh
Yeah.
no, that's all been used
No,
on
it's all
that.
been used up.
Yeah.
You
No,
two.
it's nice. It looks okay.
Okay.
I like this. It's nice. Did you dowel this, or did you screw it and then fill it?
We screwed it and then put plugs in.
Put plugs in, yeah. So it's not dowelled,
Yeah.
but made to look like
Yeah,
it is.
exactly.
So it's a nice look.
It's like a health spa, isn't it?
Well,
Exactly.
right, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'll go first. Okay, let's start with, and I promise you, Ronnie, that we get items that are in bad nick. That mirror was one step away from the fireplace.
The mirror was in a terrible state. Now it's back in business and lit up. £30 spent on glass and paint and a light.
Fantastic makeup mirror. £100 all day.
Wow.
Well, do you know what? On reflection, I think that's a fair valuation.
That's a profit of £70.
But of course, before you put your makeup on, what you need is a good old day at the health spa.
Yeah, it's great.
The baskets were in a pile and doing nothing. Now they're a handy storage unit. No costs.
It's clever.
Yeah,
It's very
lovely.
simple, but it works. £100.
That's a profit of £100.
Okie dokie, Ronnie. I can't say this was my finest hour, but I'm pretty proud of
The
it.
thing I really like about that item is the plant.
The tall table is still a tall table, but spruced up, painted and cleaned. Again, no costs.
It's a particular taste. 40 quid.
That's a profit of £40.
The plant is borrowed from a friend. OK, as we're on a roll of 40 quid, let's move on to the Discovery 2, shall we?
And the Land Rover hadn't been out in a while. Now it's back on the road. £200 spent on a wing mirror and a fresh battery.
Now, because of the gas guzzling element of that,
Yep.
I think a fair market value is £2,750.
That's a profit of £2,550.
That means that Romney will be receiving £2,760. Not bad.
That will pay for a weekend in the health spa, won't it?
Well, it will do, yeah.
Or two.
£2,760, goodness me. That's going to go straight towards our barn fund. We've still got a long way to go, but that's a really, really good kickstart and so helpful to remove some of the things that we really don't need in there. Thank you so much.
So there's £775 in Laura's bank account and £2,760 heading in Romney's direction. The biggest profit today going to the Land Rover.
Well, I galloped through more repurposing this time round. I particularly like that big milk jar crazy lamp. Whereas you were all about the horses, weren't you?
Yeah.
How many horses did that old cart need?
2?
And how many horsepower is that?
About 200.
Yeah, that's the passage of time, isn't it?
It is. Yeah, are you sure you don't like the old iconic table?
Nay.
Was that a horse reference?